Hello, I'm Mr. D from Full Scale School of Music. Hope you guys are enjoying your time at home with your families. I've got a little theory lesson I want to share with you right here on our board. We're going to talk about the circle of fifths. It's like the circle of life in Lion King, but it shows you all the scales in music. So this is for major scales. Now, if you watch the other video that I did music theory for singers on the same YouTube group here. And you can see that most songs are in a major key, about probably 80 or 90% of the songs you know. So if you know your major keys, then you can play in all those keys. So in the circle of fifths, you have the key of C at the top. And the key of C has 0 sharps and 0 flats. Circle of fifths. Okay, so if you were playing it on the piano, it would be all white notes. C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. And you finger it with 3 fingers and 5 fingers. So if you're playing the piano, we have what we call group 1 scales. C is the first one in the group 1 scales. All of these use the same fingering. Most of my piano kids know this. I just want to make sure you remember. Same fingering, which is 3 fingers and 5 fingers. All right, the key of C. So how do we get to the next key? 5. The circle of fifths means you go up 5 and you add a sharp on this side. So we go up 5, C, D, E, F. G is the next letter in our music alphabet. G has 1 sharp. Key of G has 1 sharp. How do we know which sharp to add? Here's how you know. If you know the order of flats, B to G, C, F, then you can also know the order of sharps. Flats go this way, sharps go that way. So the first sharp you would add, F sharp. All right, so the key of G would have 1 sharp, and his name is F sharp. So when you play that G scale, do, re, mi, thumb goes under, fa, sol, la, ti. T is F sharp, ti, do. And guess what? Every scale has ti, do to get that major scale sound. All right, do, ti, la, so like joy to the world, the old Christmas song, right? All right, let's go up 5 more from G. G, A, B, C. It's after C, it's D. So D is going to have how many sharps? We already had 0, 1, so he's going to have 2 sharps. And that's how you find them. D, E, F, G, A. A go up a fifth, add a sharp. A go up a fifth from there, add a sharp. E go up a fifth, add a sharp. And then finally you get to F sharp. We can't have the key of F because we've sharped the F, remember? He sharped him here, and each time you go up a fifth, you add a sharp, which means you don't just have 1, you keep F, and you add a new one. Which one do you add? These ones, F sharp, then C sharp, then G. We add them in that order. So that's really how simple it is. All right, people get all confused when they play a song and someone sees all these sharps. They're like, oh no, what do I do? That's so scary. I'm like, no, you just play the E scale. You memorize it and you get used to it just like you did the C scale. How do you play it? We talked about it, 3 fingers and 5 fingers. And group 1 is the ones we just did, C, G, D, A, and E. Those use the same fingering in both hands as C scale. So that would be, right, 3 fingers, 1, 2, 3, and then thumb goes under, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So on the piano, that's group 1 scales. But on any instrument, that's half of your major scales right there. And it's all the sharp keys because we went up a fifth and added a sharp. So how do you think we'll do the other side? Music is symmetrical. So guess what? It's going to go down 5 and add a flat. So we'll go down from C, C, B, A, G, F. Down to F, which has 1 flat. Which flat do I add? Oh, Mr. D already told us. Flats go this way, so the first flat would be B flat. See what I mean? So this B, G, C, F tells you all the flats and all the sharps. The order to add them. The first flat is B. The first sharp is F, and you go in that direction. So what's our next key? Go down 5. F, E, D, C, B. B is before C. We can't do the key of B because we just flatted him, remember? He was our first flat on this side. We flatted B, so guess what? We're in the key of B flat. How could you remember that? Well, because we've already done B on this side. That's how you know. So we can't use that same note. We're in a different key now. B flat, and then we keep going down a fifth, add a flat, down a fifth, add a flat, down a fifth, add a flat. And then when you get to 6, you're in the middle. Right there in the middle, F sharp has 6 sharps, and G flat has 6 flats. So this is what you need to know. Most people cannot understand this in one watching of this probably if they've never heard it. But if you play it a lot and you practice a lot on your instrument, I think you could really make sense of this. All right, you go up 5 to add a sharp. You go down 5 to add a flat. These are all the keys in music. You can learn the scales in groups on your instrument, like on piano. You can have these groups that have the same fingering. You add the flats by doing B, G, C, F. So if there's 3 flats, you have B, E, and A flat. If there are 3 sharps, you have F, C, and G sharp. This answers all the questions for all the major keys. I think it's really awesome. And I use it all the time when I'm teaching. And when you open up your church hymnal to play, or you open up your music book to play, you'll see those, right? Those sharps or those flats. And they tell you what key to play in. This is the key of E because there's 4 sharps. All right, guys, I hope this helps you, and enjoy your day. Signing off.